And it's me, Blade Dragon Sonic, back again with round 8 of Season 5 of the Formula E Monoposto Championship. This time out, we're heading to the home of Revolution Racing. That's right, we're heading to Italy for the Rome E3, and Revolution Racing themselves, they brought in with them a brand new livery, which shows their Italian heritage, and an element of it will stick with it for the rest of the season. There's a cobweb in my room. Who cares about that? Let's just head to the grid for this E3. And it's Ravo on pole for his own team. Then comes Blade Dragon Sonic and Ronnie Solar, his teammate Catfish alongside. Then comes the other Revolution Racing driver of UK Ball. Then comes Nautilus Hamilton, Ironet Babness, and Miles Stone. Then comes P. Sierra, Batuko, Stefan Salazan, Jake Dennis, Medicis, Felix Rosenquist, Tom O'Connor, Mohammed Awawi, Polarock in the 27, Marcus Nelson, Alan Lee in the shiny DS version racing car, Daf Sanchez, Aldridge, and Corinne Chandok. Back in Season 2, Ravo won his first race. He's starting on pole at home here in Rome. As all 5 lights go on and we go green, can he do it again for his own team? Well, he's gone off to a very good start there, so he's done exactly what he wanted to do there. Catfish making his way up into 3rd place. He's by pulling alongside Blade Dragon Sonic. He's going to have the inside line coming into the first chicane. As we go on board with the Revolution Racing driver, his teammates come into contact with another car there. They side by side, and someone's gone off. That is Felix Rosenquist and Mohammed Awawi, it seems. Yes, it is. We've gone very wide there. Looks like they had a collision. Track's apparently been cleared up again. But Rosenquist, he's lucky to come away with that with no meaningful damage. But out in front then, Bladed Dragon Sonic leads in Rome with the homeboy Ravo in 2nd. Then comes the hard tire runner of Ronnie Solar. However, I don't think he's going to be in that position for too much longer, because UK Ball, even though he has a 5-second time penalty for causing collision, he should be able to get ahead through Scary. Not really close enough to do it there. Maybe into Parabolica. He's still just not close enough. You can see that Italian flag on the side of that Revolution Racing car. It's even on the rear wing. Ravo really losing time to Blade Dragon Sonic here. Meanwhile, his teammate going to try and send it down the inside on Ronnie Solar, keeping it clean, but because of that, not really being able to get the position. Meanwhile, looking at Stefan Sadazan in 9th place, as Jake Dennis and Batuko fighting over 11th place here. It's all really going on throughout the grid. And yeah, UK Ball finally getting himself up into 3rd place, going through Curva Grande. I'm sorry, the Lesmos turns, it's very hard to tell. On board with Miles Stone though. He's just lost out to Babness there, who's going to try and send it down the inside on his own teammate. They go side by side. Through Ascari they go. And he's come out on top. Of course, we had to put in a crowd shot, because for some reason we have the F1 and TV camera directors. Because that was a good fucking idea. Oh shit, I said fuck. Anyway, Blade Dragon Sonic, he set the fastest lap of the E3. You see the average, highest, top speeds around this track. And that's just due to its high-speed nature. Even with the chicanes that they threw in for no freaking reason. Yeah, that's right, it was an idiot's decision to throw in these chicanes. Not even in my opinion, that's just facts. Facts and logic say you should have just let them go straight on. It was chicane. They should have let them go straight on at the very end of Alta. But no. No. They put walls in there. Oh god, it's so quick. It's all just happening. I was about to say Blaze Dragon Sonic has the first lap of the E3. No, that's not true. But we've got a three-way fight over fourth here. Coming into the first chicane, that's definitely not going to go well, but it does somehow. Catfish up into fourth there. Not Lewis Hamilton holding back, and that's probably for the better, because through Curva Grande, the two Jaguars are line astern. Blade Dragon Sonic has a 2.5 second lead over the rest of the field. Revolution Racing not very happy about that one. And it's line astern between not Lewis Hamilton and Solar now, because Catfish has cemented his role in fourth place for the Jaguar team. And Lewis Hamilton's backed off. We're on board with Iron Fabulous now. And in just 4 laps, Blade Dragon Sonic's increased the lead over 9th place to 24 seconds. That is pit stop territory. He could come into the pits on this lap and come out in 8th. Top 8 teams' dominance and stranglehold over the top 8 positions this season is shocking. And it's only challenged when someone doesn't finish. Catfish! But anyway, the two Revolution Racing drivers at Ravo's home race. It's gotta be tear-jerking for this man, because like, no one likes to see their teammate get ahead of them. No one likes to not lead their team home at their home race. It must sting even more when you're the team principal. Although I wouldn't know. I'm just a driver who's commentating over all of this. Not Lewis Hamilton in 6th place, driving the number 5, trying to get himself up into 5th place, ahead of the Jaguar. He's going to try and send it through the second last mile. He's going to have this entire straight, and then through a Ascari. That's how you pronounce that now. It's a Ascari. And Catfish going very slowly on his own. He's losing ground to Ravo, and he just gained some, so it just seems to be, I don't know. Stone getting up into 6th place, so you've got this 4-way fight over, well, 5th. It'd be better if it was for the lead, but take what you can get. Ravo's really dropped off the back of his own teammate. He's in touching distance, technically. And Blade Dragon Sonic is looking pretty slow. Those soft tires, aren't working to their fullest extent. Everyone's waiting for a safety car right now, but the pack is just looking so clean. Even with into the wall goes not Lewis Hamilton. I was about to say, even with not Lewis Hamilton looking so safe in 8th place, fighting with Stone there. I didn't think a safety car was going to happen. And look at that. The commentator's curse is real. Oh my god, it's real. Can someone put up the image, like the GIF of Toto Wolff at Azerbaijan 2018, where he saw Valtteri Bottas retire with a puncture? Because that is my expression right now, just seeing not Lewis Hamilton retire. Does Blade Dragon Sonic come into the pits on this lap? As he should, he does. UK Ball is also in. Ravo also in. They're double stacking at Revolution Racing as Catfish comes in as well. Stone's also in. Babness in. Solar stays out, so it's not as if it's raining or anything. Solar inherits the lead of the E3, but it's not going to be great. And Catfish coming to the pits now. UK Ball is ahead of Blade Dragon Sonic. So currently, it's a net lead for UK Ball in the pit stops. And that's down to just where Revolution Racing's pit box is. We're probably going to see a lot more drivers coming to the pits. For example, Sierra is in. Medicis is in. Sarazan is in. I'm just going to take a bit of a break from commentating here. I know you guys would prefer there to be more, but yeah, sorry. It looks a bit overcast out there. It might rain. It is raining! Rodney Solo once again, the Jaguar team, with a strategic masterclass. Under a safety car, the weather changes, and they're just there to capitalize on it. The grid is going to be shaken up. Everyone's going to be peeling into the pits on this lap. Ronnie Sola, not the safety car of all things, to not peel into the pits. That we could very easily be getting the message that lap cars may now overtake the safety car. But everyone's just going to be wondering, where is everyone else going to end up? Ronnie Sola is currently leading this Prix without having made it a single pit stop. Let's see where everyone else ends up. We will only be able to tell you the full running order once everyone's out of the pits. But I can tell you this, for sure, Ronnie Sola leads the Rome Prix. Meanwhile, all of his nearest rivals are going to be stuck in traffic, it seems. His teammate Catfish is going to be way down the order as Jake Dennis is second, Matisse is third, U-Cable in fourth, Polrock is fifth, Sarazon sixth, Babin is seventh, Flossing fifth, eighth, Homeboy Wavo is ninth, Chandok is 10th, and Splitty Dragon Sonic is 11th, Aldridge 12th, Batuko is 13th, and Sierra is 14th, and Stone is 15th, Catfish 16th, and Flawawi is 17th, Nelson 18th, Sanchez 19th, Alan Lee 20th, and Tom O'Connor is in 21st and last place. You can see how messed up this grid is. All of the top drivers are going to be doing their absolute best to make their way up into the position, but to try and overtake Ronnie Sola in the laps that we will have left. But in my opinion, it will probably be too late. Ronnie Sola could very easily be running away with a race win here in Italy.
Though I think one of the most egregious examples happened on the other side of the country, at the 2015 Auto Club 400. With 16 laps to go, the field is being led by Matt Kenseth, Kevin Harvick, and Kurt Busch, who have led a combined 121 laps on the day. But for debris that they coincidentally chose not to show on TV, NASCAR bunched the field back up and sent them down for their final pit stops. And as the race leader Kenseth is let off the jack, he burns rubber to no avail. As it's revealed, he broke an axle and has thus been taken out of the race. After a restart with 11 laps to go, it turns into a dogfight between the Stewart-Haas teammates, one that could have very well gone all the way to the end. As Kurt Busch opened up a gap with just 2 to go, and caution is out. Now, you'd think with such a late yellow, they'd have a pretty good reason for it, right?
Debris in turn 4 is the reason for this caution flag.
You know, it's funny. Instead of actually showing the debris, the thing that completely altered the race, they decided to show the reaction of Kurt's crew chief, Tony Gibson, who rightfully looks disgusted with the sport he's devoted his life to. Now it's time for a green-white checker, where the leaders took 2 tires and made short work of the ones who stayed out. As in a jaw-dropping move, Kurt Busch would split Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon to take the lead for good. Just 3 miles to go with not a single other car in sight. Surely nothing can stop him now.
That's what happened. Caution is out. Debris turn 2.
With this yellow flag now...
Safety car coming into the pits at the end of this lap. I did not see lap cars being able to take the safety car as a message, but we go green again in Rome. Half race distance. We're back under greens. Jake Dennis and Muhammad Alawi, they could be able to close up. No, they aren't. They're already 6 tenths down on Ronnie Sola. Medicis trying to send it down the inside. He does send it down the inside, chugging it down up into second place there. Blade Dragon Sonic is already up into 10th. Can he go for 9th? U-Cable fighting Medicis over 3rd place into the chicane. On board with Medicis, he's lost out on the podium position. Sending it down the inside. U-Cable tries to, just not close enough for it. Ray trying to send it down the inside through the Variante Alta at his home race. Batuko's getting a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision, and you can very much see why. It's all chaos, all happening here in front of your eyes. I'm losing breath. It's absolutely chaotic, and I'm missing out on the Mexico City Grand Prix FP3 for this. It's worth it. What a partner. Eventually, Polrock. Just give me a sec. Ravo up into 6th place, but he's still fighting Stefan Salazar over the position. Meanwhile, Arnett Babness and Blade Dragon Sonic are in that fight over position. I cannot believe the scenes happening here. Meanwhile, up in the lead, the top 2, Ronnie Sola and U-Cable, separated by 2 whole seconds. And Sola is running away with this Prix victory. Meanwhile, Blaze Dragon Sonic is going to be bargaining on that inside line. He's currently in 7th place. And look at this. They're going 5 into 1. And they just about go through. And there's minimal position change, in fact. Polaroff over to Salazar, but he's been re-overtaken there as Blade Dragon Sonic in 6th place currently, ahead of Iron Babness. And it looks like he's been brake tested by the Mercedes, has the number 6 car, sent wide there. And where's Blade Dragon Sonic in all of this? There it is. It almost looked like it was forced into the wall there. Ravo's up into 4th place. Medesis is now the one leading home in this, the 6 and the 1. And Polarock's gone past Blade Dragon Sonic. It is insane what we are seeing here on the streets of Rome. Side by side go Ravo and Jake Dennis through a Scotty. And up into 3rd place goes Ravo. Babness up into 4th. Medesis sent Babness up into 5th, sorry. Medesis and Blaze Dragon Sonic, they're going to go into Parabolica. And hopefully Blaze Dragon Sonic's going to try and find a way through because he's just gone past Polarock. It's lap 11 of 18. We've got 7 laps to go. And there goes Blade Dragon Sonic up into 6th place. I cannot believe my eyes. Babness trying to send it on Jake Dennis. These are some of the easiest but still greatest overtakes I'm seeing in my career as a commentator, which isn't even official, by the way. I don't have like a commentator license or anything. All I've done is done a bit of fake commentating at Silverstone when I was 6. Look it up, it's a thing. Blade Dragon Sonic running his way up into 5th place, and he's going to go side by side with Iron Babness before we even reach the Variante Alta. He's already up into 4th place, and he's ready to hunt some Revolution Racing. He's ready to hunt down and take the Revolution down. That's what people say, right? Yeah, that's what people say. Coming through the Lasmo Sands, Blade Dragon Sonic's teammate Stone, he's having a bit of an issue with Rosenquist. Meanwhile, up ahead, Catfish is not having an issue with Sarazan. Marcus Nelson still hasn't really benefited from the situation. He's down in 21st and last place. We've got 6 laps to go here, and Rodney Sola, the strategic mastermind, my microphone fell out there. The strategic mastermind started on the hard tire. Everyone else came into the pits. A safety car comes out. He hadn't pitted yet. It starts raining. He keeps the lead of the E3. And it's just exactly what you expect. As Catfish gets a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision. And that is with Polarock, I would like to say. That is with Polarock. He's going to try and send it down the inside through the Curva Grande. He's with Medesis. He sent it. Now, Jake Dennis through the Variante Alta. They go side by side. Almost forced wide there. Has to back off. Well, for a second there. On board with the number 2 for Jaguar Racing. And as Alan Lace, he's been caught with getting a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision coming out of the Variante Alta. I am very good at speaking Italian. No, I am not. I don't speak Italian at all. On board with Catfish, the number 2 is trying to get past Jake Dennis. Lap 13 of 18. Solar leads. You Cables second, Ravo 3rd, and Blade Dragon Sonic is 4th. It's down the inside. Coming into Parabolica goes Catfish, the Malaysian driver. Up into 6th place he goes. And we're just missing one more driver from that infamous top 7 that doesn't seem to change week in, week out. And there he is Miles Stone. He wants to send it on Dennis as Ronnie Sola setting the fastest first sector of anyone. He has sent it on Dennis, but Dennis coming back at him. So coming through Curva Grande, Stone just finding the acceleration where Dennis couldn't, and he goes up into 7th place.
Chase cost Ryan Newman what could have been the ultimate victory of his career and Jeff Ford the spot in the postseason. In the aftermath, he would end up getting it anyway, but clearly Clint still held a grudge, probably for taking him out of the 2012 championship. following year, he would run it back by taking away an easy win for Montana just 1 year before they did Kurt Busch.
Got 4 laps to go. Solo leads UK Ball by a whole 6 seconds. Then comes Ravo 5 seconds back. Right now, it looks like Ravo's just trying to help his teammate by staying out of that 5-second time penalty window. But there's 3 seconds between them now. It doesn't seem like he's helping anymore because he's got Blade Dragon Sonic on his tail. Looking back with the Revolution Racing driver, there's exactly 1 second in separating them at that timing beam coming through Curva Grande. It's shocking.
Strategies that were something. Still, it wouldn't be enough to stop Gordon's first championship run. 12 years later, he would tie the Intimidator with his 76th win, coming at the hands of 4 debris cautions that would ruin the race for Tony Stewart, who would once again suffer the short end at Richmond in 2012.
Just look at this midfield fight. It's all there. Every single overtake, every single move you'd want, it's all in the midfield. That's a great thing to see happen. Overtakes everywhere. But as Connor Hudson once put it, the overtaking, the racing was great for about 8th or 9th place. And when you see that happen, the race for the lead, it's not that much of a race. But Sola's being reeled in by UK Ball, it seems. 3 seconds, 4 seconds, he's losing time in where Sola is gaining. And drivers are coming into the pits. Is it drying up though? With 3 laps to go, it seems like it, because everyone's coming in. And it's not as if everyone's got damage or something. No, it is dry. It's smart to go into the softs right now. You have 3 laps to go. Instead, Jake Dennis and Matisse, they're going out on the hards. Rosenqvist on the hards. And Sierra's going out on the mediums. And maybe the structural integrity of those tires is probably going to help him out. But the leaders are going to be struggling on overheating tires, especially Stone, who is 28 seconds off the lead. He's going to be on those inters for the most amount of time out of all of them. So into the pits come the rest of the guys who haven't. And Bladed Dragon Sonic's been giving a track limits warning. That's coming out of Parabolica. This is all of their 3rd pit stops. Soft tires there, Stone getting track limit warning at Parabolica as well. Oh, that could have been very close for Bladed Dragon Sonic. Potential 3rd place if Mercedes had just let him out sooner, but no. They went for the safer option, and you got to respect them for that sometimes.
For the longest time, track spins would directly affect the outcomes of
Catfish is still on the inters. Why is Catfish still on intermediate tires? What are Jaguar doing? He's on overheating tires. Look at them, 135 degrees Celsius. That is the surface temperature of those inters. The fact that he's still managing to go on those inters, it's shocking. Do they see on their radar that it could start to rain again? But yeah, Stone getting past Catfish. Up in 6th place he goes, and Catfish, when he comes into the pits, he's probably not going to have that safe buffer. Inet Babness has gone ahead of Blade Dragon Sonic, coming through Ascari. It's all happening on these final laps here in Rome. But for Ronnie Sola, as he begins the penultimate lap of the Prix, he's at it very easy. No one has been able to touch him since that first safety car. He's been untouchable, invincible, because of a series of events that it seems like Jaguar almost manufactured, but it just goes perfectly for them. Blade Dragon Sonic going side by side with Inet Babness, but into the pits for the 4th time in the C3 comes Catfish. Looked like he served like a stop-go penalty there. And he comes in then changing onto the soft compound tires as he should have originally. Hopefully he doesn't get like a puncture on the final lap. That would be even worse. Sent out on 69% temperature, which is very nice. But Catfish, he's going to drop down to just out of the points there. Rosenquist coming out ahead. He comes out in at 13th place. He's sending it down the inside on Batoko then. Batoko. Shit.
Okay, bye.
Thank God, Connor. These two both have 5-second time penalties to the name. Oh, it almost looked like he went into the wall, but it's the final lap of this Romy Prix. Ronnie Sola, he's had an easy day. This man plays Dragon Sonic. He started in second. He's not had quite the easy days. Down in fifth, but he's sending it down the inside on Arnett Babnis. He's stolen the apex there, and he went very wide through there as well. So Babnis getting position back, coming through Curva Grande now into the Variante Alta. Into the Variante Alta then, and we go. He's just not close enough to make the move. He's going to have one more shot at Parabolica, maybe even a run down into Ascari. That's a good place to make the overtake as well. We'll return to this fight later on in the race. But as he's approaching lap cars, this man, Rodney Sola, in the gold number 10, and he's had the perfect race since lap 8. 10 laps ago, he found himself in the lead of the E3. 10 laps later, Rodney Sola wins the Romy Prix. Behind him, 8 seconds back, is UK Ball with a 5-second time penalty. But as it stands, it doesn't look like it's going to change his race result. He's 6 seconds behind Rodney Sola. And Ravo, his teammate, is 5 seconds down. And Babinus is 4th. Blade Dragon Sonic is 5th. Milestone coming through Parabolica now. He's going to come home in 6th place. Jake Dennis, he's under threat from Catfish. He's found himself back up into 8th place. Coming into Scuddy. He's up into 7th place for Catfish, but he's got a 5-second time penalty to his name. So that magnificent overtake on Jake Dennis is probably going to be discredited. He's coming through Parabolica now. Hopefully, he's opened that gap up. He's got such a faster car compared to McLaren. Not to mention soft tires compared to Dennis's hards. But Dennis, at the line, will take away his position. Same with Polarock and Medicis. Rosenquist is coming home too far away to take advantage of that and take points. Just not there, as everyone else now coming across the line. And Aldridge almost overtaking Alan Lee. And this is your podium then. For only the 2nd time this season, 2 times in the 8 races, Ronnie Sola is your race winner. And then come the 2 Revolution Racing drivers of UK Ball and the team principal himself, Ravo. Then comes Arnett Babinus, Blade Dragon Sonic, and Milestone. Then comes Jake Dennis, Polarock, Medicis, and Catfish. Then Felix Rosenquist, Stefan Sadazan, Corinne Chandok, Picietta, Tom O'Connor, Mohamed Nawawi, Daf Sanchez, Ituko, Marcus Nelson, Aldridge, Alan Lee, and not Lewis Hamilton being your only retirement. In the driver's standings, Blade Dragon Sonic leads on 122 points from Ronnie Sola on 118. The fight for the championship lead is back to the 2 who it was last season. Then comes UK Ball and Milestone, and then Catfish. Those 3 separated by only 2 points. Then comes Arnett Babnis and not Lewis Hamilton. Then Bravo, Jake Dennis in 9th place, best of the rest. Then Sierra, Batuco, Marcus Nelson, Tom O'Connor, Medicis, Polarock, Chandok, Aldridge, those 3 on the same point tallies as are O'Connor and Medicis. No one else. Rosenquist, Alan Lee, and Sanchez, and Nawawi and Sadazan are still yet to score. In the constructors' standings, coming into round 9 in Mexico City. Oh dear. Mercedes EQ lead on 207 points. That's just 5 points ahead of Jaguar Racing on 202. Then comes Revolution Racing on 131 points. They're being carried by UK Ball at this point in time. Then comes Maserati on 118 points. Then McLaren Neon, currently best of the rest, on 52 points. In fifth, then comes DS Virgin Racing on 27, and Chile Grand Prix on 20 points. Abhishek Audi Sport on 19, and Mahindra Racing on 18 points. Team Aguirre on 12, and Dragon Racing on 10. We'll see you guys next time then with the Mexico City Prix.